Hello, and welcome to Talking with TEG. I am Teagan.
I am Erica James.
And I am Grace Starenfield.
And we're TEG. Today, we will be discussing many important and interesting things.
For starters, we're going to talk about archetypal analysis.
What is an archetypal analysis, you may ask?
What a great question, Grace. What is it, Erica?
Well, an archetypal analysis can be defined in a few different ways. My personal favorite comes from Webster's Dictionary, which says that it is an inherited idea or mode of thought in the psychology of C.G. Jung, unconscious of the individual.
Wow.
That's a great way of putting things, but I still don't know if I completely understand it.
Well, Grace, today is your lucky day. We brought in the expert himself, Dr. Carl Gustav Jung. I'll head out and go get him right now.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Carla. I hope your trip was pleasant. You came from where?
Well, I come all the way from Switzerland because I am Swiss. Sorry, I have Alzheimer's. I was born on July 25th, 1875, so I am 139 years old.
Wow, that's pretty old. Tell us some interesting facts about yourself before we get started on our archetypal analysis discussion, please.
Okay. Well, I married my sweetheart, Emma, in 1903. We had 5 children. Agatha, Gret, Franz, Marianne, and Helene. I stayed married to Emma until 1955 when she passed away. But I had quite a few extramarital affairs while we were still married.
You dog!
I know.
Why don't you tell us about some of your scholarly advances?
Oh, all right. Well, I am most known for my studies of the human psyche, my dream analysis, my studies on the collective unconsciousness, and of course, archetypes.
Can you further explain your findings in your archetypes?
Of course. Let me think. I believe archetypes come from the collective unconsciousness, like I mentioned before. That's where I think archetypes exist. Archetypes are unlearned and function to organize how we experience certain things.
In your book, The Structure of Psyche, you stated, and I quote, "All the most powerful ideas in history go back to archetypes." Could you further explain this for us?
Yes. That quote is particularly true of religious ideas, but the central concepts of science, philosophy, and ethics are no exception to this rule. In their present form, they are variants of archetypal ideas created by consciously applying and adapting these ideas to reality. Our consciousness recognizes these things and brings it to our reality.
Wow, that is a lot to take in. Thank you for joining us today, Carl.
You're welcome.
We are grateful to Dr. Jung for agreeing to be interviewed by us, but we regret to inform you that he has passed away just moments ago. Our deepest condolences to his family and loved ones.
Now, we will be talking about the different archetypal types.
The first type is situational archetypes. Some of these include the battle of good and evil, death and rebirth, innate wisdom versus educated stupidity, the journey or quest, or even nature versus the mechanistic world.
How interesting. Now let's talk about archetypal settings. A story can take place anywhere, but it usually means something important based on the setting.
How interesting.
Very true. For instance, if the story takes place in a garden, it can mean that it symbolizes love and fertility.
And if a story should take place in a river or involve water, it could symbolize life, and the river shows life's journey or boundaries.
A town can be symbolic because it represents worship or power. And a small town could represent intolerance because people judge everyone.
Petty people.
Excuse me. There are also symbolic archetypes in general, which could be light, which means hope or renewal.
Dark means despair and ignorance.
Water could mean birth and life, and haven could be a safety and security.
So deep and meaningful.
I know. Wilderness could be danger and insecurity.
Fire could be knowledge or even rebirth. Again.
That's a good one. Fire is nice and warm.
It is.
Ice means death and ignorance.
So dark.
Wow. Archetypes are so deep and meaningful. I love
And
them.
we haven't even gotten to character archetypes yet.
So
What?
many. We better give our viewers a chance to soak up all that knowledge. We'll be right back.
Bring me some more coffee.
Hello viewers, we're glad you're still watching Talking with TEG. In case you've forgotten, I am Teagan, and I enjoy long walks on the beach.
I'm Erica, and I love petting and playing with my cutesy-wootsy kitten named Poopsie while we're curled up next to the fire.
Fire is nice and warm. I'm Grace and I love coffee.
Oh, wow. Next on Talking with
Coffee!
Grace, pull yourself together!
Anywho, next we were discussing character archetypes.
A prime example is the anti-hero. An anti-hero is someone who is clumsy, unsolicited, and unskilled.
Usually, they signify someone that the author knows in real life.
Anti-heroes can possess positive and negative traits. Many have successfully explored and impressively depicted the darkest aspects of human life, fantasies, and psyches.
Now, the function of the anti-heroes are interesting. Instead of having two different people represent good and evil, the anti-hero combines both one person, and thus the human nature.
They represent anyone who has suffered all through their lives, but they are not the kind of characters that someone can look up to.
We can better relate a character that has suffered through life and has both good and bad sides than a character that is also only seen doing good.
Grace has been kind enough to court her stalking an anti-hero on their journey.
Here's Grace with the scoop.
That's me! Let's boogie. Hi, I'm Grace from Talking with TEG. I have found myself an anti-hero. His name is Joe, and I'm currently stalking him.
What?
Hi, it's Grace, and I'm back, and I'm from Talking with TEG. I'm back on my stalking, okay? Now, this is the first part of the anti-hero, step 1.
So, it is time to go on a journey that will last a very long time.
Who are you?
I am the voice from above. It's time to go now.
I don't want to go.
It's time to go now.
This is Grace, back with Talking with TEG. I'm here stalking the anti-hero. It's step 2, initiation.
So cold out here. This sucks. Ugh. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, I hate this. There's probably animals out here and... Oh my god!
This is so scary!
Why are you chasing me?
This is Grace, and I'm back from Talking with TEG. I am currently stalking my anti-hero. This is step 3, called the Road of Trials. Let's see what happens.
You know what? I'm not gonna take this anymore. I'm gonna take...
Hello.
Who are you?
I'm your fairy godmother.
Oh.
I've come to bestow you this stick thing for you to fight the monsters.
Does it, like, help me control evil forces?
No,
Does it, like, let me control weather?
no.
Does it let me do anything?
It's pretty sharp right here, so you can like stab people in the eyes if you absolutely need to.
Okay. Thanks, fairy godmother!
Hello, viewers. This is Grace on Talking with TEG. I'm currently stalking my anti-hero. We're now on step 4, the innermost cave. Let's see what happens.
Wow. This place sure needs a fix me up. It's pretty dark and gloomy down here. So many creatures and animals. What was that? Oh man. It's all in my head. It's all in my head. I'm gonna be tough and I'm gonna be reborn and I'm gonna just shake it off, shake it off. I'm a new person now.
Hello, viewers. This is Grace from Talking with TEG, in case you forgot, this is the 5th time I said it. But we are now going to the 5th and final step, which is return and reintegration with society. Let's see how our hero, anti-hero Joe, gets this one started.
Friends, it's new people. Oh man, are you okay?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
I'll help you. There we go.
Thank you, Sonny. Can I get to my walking? Yeah!
Wow, how
Oh my
touching.
gosh.
I'm so glad he changed his
He
ways.
saved that one.
Guys, that was fantastic!
Wow, Grace, that was such an amazing video. I'm so glad to see Joe got back on the heroic right track.
That is always a great thing. Now we'll be talking about the different heroic archetypes.
For starters, some of these are a hero as a warrior, hero as a lover, hero as a scapegoat, and the transcendent hero.
There are romantic heroes or gothic heroes, pro-feminist heroes, or even an apocalyptic hero, which is someone who faces the possible destruction of society.
Finally, there are also defiant heroes, unbalanced heroes, the denied hero, or a superhero hero, which is like Superman.
Wow.
Those are great heroic characteristics.
Finally, we will be discussing the types of archetypal journeys.
Oh, how interesting. My favorite is the quest for identity, but I also like the Fool's Errand and the quest for vengeance.
I like the hero's journey to save his people and the search for love so that he rescues a princess or a damsel in distress.
Wow, those are so fantastic. Well, it looks like that's it for Talking with TEG.
We're so glad you've joined us today.
Bye!